Yes, hello, Dickie, and I hope that you have a more comfortable ringside seat than we have at the moment. We're on ice at the Hallenstadion and in the dark too. But Ali, as you know, has given up predicting, but tonight he's made an exception for us. On the way to the ring, he held up one finger, so 1 round is his prediction, which means that nobody can afford to take their eyes off the ring. But I think trying to win in 1 round just might be easier said than done, because though this man Ali, in fact, who used to trade as Cassius Clay, has correctly named the winning round 18 times, Jurgen Blin has never been stopped. Now we're just waiting for the spotlights to parade the entry of the gladiators. They've been warming up in the tunnels there. There you go, down just right at the soccer teams would come up on this ice stadium. And only half an hour ago I was out checking up on Muhammad Ali, and he was out walking in his heavy boots in his tracksuit. And there's Jurgen Blin with this very large-sized manager in front of him, Fritz Weiner, who doesn't think he'll be able to negotiate the steps. Well, let's hope that Blin can make them okay and get out the same way under his own steam. So Jurgen Blin then, he's never been stopped in 42 fights. Looks as though they're already gloved up for action. And they're blowing these Swiss bugles and horns and cowbells at the back of the hall there. And you'll hear probably this tremendous welcome for Muhammad Ali. But there you are, surrounded there by a posse of German managers and agents, I think probably making sure that he doesn't run away at the last minute. Certainly must be tension time for Jurgen Blin, facing what many people believe the greatest heavyweight in history. British viewers, of course, remember Jurgen Blin fighting Joe Bugner at Wembley, and he lost a narrow 15 rounds championship decision for the European title, although it was disputed. Well, certainly the crowd are with Jurgen Blin. I'm wondering whether he wishes he were with the crowd at this moment. Traditionally, Muhammad Ali waits for a formal announcement before he makes his entry. And this really amazing boxer, because he was out road walking only a half an hour before he came into the ring with heavy boots on and in a tracksuit, and he said, I like to do this, I can unwind, there's no strain on me. And there he is, the man of the moment, led by Drew Boudini Brown, that rather noisy second of his. The best-known face in the sporting world, some say in the entire world, getting a tremendous welcome from the Swiss crowd. And they really got to fight these supporters off as he pushes his way through. He's a little angry that he's being pulled around a bit. Angelo Dundee there in the white sweater, trying to make a way for his fighter. And he's coming almost around to our commentary position. Well, there he is. He survived the crowd battering. Can he survive what Blin has to offer? In this long red robe, similar to the one that he entered the ring at Wembley in 1963, when we first saw him in Great Britain, that memorable evening when Henry Cooper put him on the floor. And I must say, he's looking in tremendous shape. does he really mean it when he says he's going to try and take Jurgen Blin out in one round? He says that he's been criticised in America for showing mercy in his last fight in November against Buster Mathis, a fight that you saw on ITV, and then he's pretty angry about that, and he says, no, I'm going to get down to work tonight because I still regard myself as the greatest. Now we've had a dramatic change of referee here today. Teddy Waltham from England, the retiring Secretary of the Board of Control, was supposed to referee, but the Blin camp made an objection, and now they've agreed to have Sepp Suter, a 55-year-old police sergeant from Bern, as the referee, and Teddy Waltham to be one of the three judges. The three judges will call the score if needed after the scheduled 12 rounds, and the referee does not have any vote. The British promoter in the ring there, Mickey Duff, the reason he's in there is to act as the German-speaking interpreter for the referee for the Muhammad Ali camp. Well, there's one thing for sure about Ali and Blin. They're looking in better shape than most people I've seen around here after the festivities, because they've trained right through. And Ali is 100 kilos, which is 15 stone, 10 pounds. That's 7 pounds lighter than in his fight against Mathis only last month. And Blin is 90 kilos, that's 142 pounds, so he's conceding 22 pounds. He's 14 stone, 2 pounds. Well, just to recap now, on that weight, I should have said 198 pounds, Blin, which is 14 stone, 2 pounds. And he concedes 22 pounds.
The national anthem of the German Republic, die Nationalhymne der Deutschen Bundesrepublik.
So this is the third and final national anthem. attention moments now, and now for the official introductions, as if you don't know the difference. So now, is he really going to go out there and score in one round? And if you're suffering and being a bit bleary-eyed, as quite a lot of us are here, we've arranged for Ali to be wearing the white shorts, so you'll have no trouble identifying him. This vivid scarlet dress there of his manager, Boudini Brown, looked like Father Christmas when he came in there, Muhammad Ali, I must say, although the Muslim sect doesn't recognise Christmas until February the 25th, Saviour's Day. Well, there it is, this warm-up routine now. He's looking in tremendous shape. 15 stone, 10 pounds, which, when you recall, is less than a stone heavier than he weighed way back in '63 when he first fought Henry Cooper in the non-title fight at Wembley. And the final call over for Jurgen Blin, the Dutch agent in the corner there, Hank Ruling. Former butcher from Hamburg then, chancing his luck. And the referee, Sepp Suter, S-U-T-E-R, from Switzerland, and the judges from Geneva, Frankfurt, and Teddy Waltham from England. That's Bruno Vecina, Arturo Werner, Teddy Waltham, and here we go. And it's a very small ring. I paced it out at about 17 feet square. This is one of the smallest rings that Ali has ever fought in. There's one thing, the German is not short on courage. I've seen him fight several times and he's always been in there battling. But can he overcome now the weight, experience, class of the self-styled greatest? And a right-hand punch there, that really shocked Blin to his boots. Yes, he means it, Ali. There's no fooling around with this one. In 1 minute of the opening round, he just tried his chin for size. Blin will have a lot of trouble trying to leap in with those hooks, being outreached. The referee didn't allow Blin much leeway at close quarters there. He really pulled them apart quickly. Well, there's no chance of the carrying stuff going on here. Ali is trying to take him out with a minute to go in the opening round. A little bit out of distance, as you might expect. Well, he's having a go, Blin, I must say. I thought he would do this. This fellow's been around 42 fights, never been stopped or knocked out. Lost 8, drawn 6. That's the referee there, Serger, looking over for some help, and he's talking as usual, the Louisville Lip, but in fact he couldn't bring out that first round prediction as he thought he would. He may have been kidding. This fellow likes to send people up, and he may have been kidding, but he could have fooled me by the way that he threw that right hand early on and then tried to measure Blin with a left hook. And there's Blin, not looking too worried about it. He's obviously got over the nerves when he was at the weigh-in. He looked almost in awe at Ali, I thought. So round 2, and it looks like Ali's coming out early for work. He's having trouble punching down at Blin to get his range. Scheduled for 12 rounds. And he's certainly way up in his toes there. No wonder he's been running up the local mountains there. And Blin chancing his luck with that left swing. Can it come off? This is the way Henry Cooper tagged then Cassius Clay's chin. Well, that opening round, I thought that Ali came out really trying to take care of Blin right away. Blin took his best punch and seemed to feel better for it. He came back right away, realising that perhaps he wasn't the Demon King after all. And it's working. Blin is in there pitching. And a minute gone then in the second round. And you just see a bit of the Ali magic there when he backs off on the ropes and pulls away. He makes his opponents flounder out of distance. He says reputation's at stake. I want to prove to the people in America that I can finish off opponents. He said, I think the British still believe in me. And there's a call now from Ali's corner. Don't play with him, get to work. Because they can sense some danger here. Blin's face reddening now under this constant left hand of that black glove. 15 stone, 10 pound behind that left jab. There it is again. Just measuring. Will he now shoot the old-fashioned 1-2 punch? The left hand followed by the right hand punch. Won't let Blin work at close quarters at all. He's very strong indeed, Ali, very powerful athlete. I don't think they're approving of the referee breaking it up as quickly as that, and also Ali leaning on his opponent, shoving him off there. And another short right-hand punch. They're the ones to watch. Oh, and he just made Blin fall over himself. He just knew exactly how to pull his body back. This is Jack Johnson stuff. At the end of round 2. Well, there he is. He seems to be satisfied with it, sitting there like a man dismissing the office cares and talking to Angelo Dundee there, his long-time trainer. Just a recap on the statistics: 34 fights, Muhammad Ali, lost only 1, of course, to Joe Frazier last March in that great showdown battle, and he's either knocked out or stopped 26 of those opponents, and he's coming up 30. It's 30 next month. Jurgen Blin then, he's 28, next butcher from Hamburg, 42 fights, lost 8, drawn 6. Not much of a puncher because he'd only won 7 inside of the distance and 1 by disqualification, but he's never been knocked out. Well, there's the man looking for business. So round 3 then. Will we have this stubborn resistance by Jurgen Blin to last 12 rounds? That really will be a turn up for the book, and we'll have to call on the 3 judges' scores. The referee's vote, as I said earlier, doesn't count.
Stop.
And the referee just saying, Blin, you're hanging on a bit when I call break there. Now Ali really working up the sweat. It's absolutely glistening on his body. Blin's face reddening now, but he's really having a go. Full marks. He's grazed his elbow of all things. I don't think I've ever seen that in a fight before. When Blin fell over, missed that punch and tumbled into the ropes, he grazed his right elbow. This is a bit more like the old Ali magic. He's starting to put punches together a bit now. He isn't backing off in the usual fashion. Well, everybody could see that one coming. Certainly Ali could. Minute to go in round 3, and the elbow going in, the forearm there. And the no foul rule is applicable for this fight. That's the first time I ever recall that in a European fight. But it was agreed when they accepted the Swiss referee that he could not disqualify either fighter for low punches or accidental butting. This head work and arm work gets a bit too rough. There's always a chance that Ali could get cut, and he knows it. And he's putting his punches together now, and he means it. But Blin is fighting back. Blin is really going for him, but he's taken everything on the chin. And I think they were both relieved to hear that bell. If you can catch your breath on the finish of that round there, this is Jurgen Blin, and I must say, feeling pretty satisfied with himself. He had a great fight with Jose Urtain in Madrid. I saw that fight, and I thought Blin defeated Urtain, but they gave it to the Spaniard. This Swiss crowd really chanting and going crazy with the possibility, anyway, that the German could win. The last German who fought Muhammad Ali, Karl Mildenberger, in '66, gave him a lot of trouble for 12 rounds. And despite the defeat by Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali still says that Karl Mildenberger gave him his toughest fight. Can we have this again now with Jurgen Blin? Those opening rounds then, Ali just trying for size, coming out fast, predicting a first round that didn't come up for him. And now he realises that Blin has probably got a bit more to offer than he thought. And he's certainly shrugging aside Blin, having to give away 22 pounds. I know it's due for the Ali shuffle, I think, any moment. It looks to me as though he's loosening up now. Well, they're paying £42, the equivalent of, for a seat at ringside here in Zurich, and I think they're pleased they're getting their money's worth. This really is the dancing master at work now. He's going to, this is what he often does, he tries to tire an opponent out as much by missing as landing. Just sheer effort could tire the German. but he knows he cannot take Blin out exactly when he wants to, so he's biding his time and seeing how it goes. Just looking back, I think probably Blin's one of the only fighters, other than Frazier, that I've seen stand and trade and really punch back with him, as Henry Cooper also did on the 2 occasions they met. You have to take the fight to Ali to have any chance. Amazing when Ali shifts the 7 pounds now that he had in the Mathis fight in November. What a difference it makes to him, the way he can use the ring. It's very big. He can hardly get any more weight off. He says, I'll always be big now. I've given up. I'm not 21 anymore. Even a smudge of blood on Blin's thigh there, which is actually coming from his elbow. So that's the only sign of blood so far, as Hank Ruling, the Dutch agent there, is working. You have this electric fan, the old-fashioned seconds, and my father and uncle were well-known professional seconds, always flap the traditional towel, but there they are. They've got every mod con now for the big fight. Well, he looks more or less satisfied with his night's work, Muhammad Ali. 11 years ago this week, actually, that he began as a pro against Tani Hansacker. I wonder whatever happened to him in Louisville. He was 1960 Olympic light heavyweight champion. That was 12 stone, 10 pounds back in Rome. So we're into the 5th round. And although Blin's face now is looking a little marked, there's a pretty fair chance, say the speculators around the ringside here, of him going the full distance. Can this happen? Or will he stand for this softening up process of Ali, who really wants to look good for this fight? He feels pretty bitter of the criticism that he had against Mathis. He said they really crucified me in America because I was cruel with Ernie Terrell and Floyd Patterson. And they did the same when I was kind to Mathis, but I'm not showing any tonight, and he means it. Oh yes, the right hand punch. This is the one he teed off in the 1st round. In this 5th round, oh, this is a brilliant Ali now. This is really back to his best. And smudge of blood on the cheeks there of Blin. He certainly takes some punishment. He's just cut, grazed under both eyes. Very puffy. He's really busting the German up. That ramrod left hand there. Looks to me as though if this keeps up, he'll stop the German on his feet. He'll have at least some pride in being able to do that. And if he does, it's the first time he'll have failed to finish a fight. That really was a great combination he put together there for about 30 seconds. Well, when Ali just raised that one finger and predicted this first round knockout, I said, well, you've got to be good to do it, because this fellow can take stick. And he just said, oh, you think so? Well, and he looked a bit surprised. I think he's beginning to believe me. Let's have a look now at Blin's corner and see the damage around his face at the end of round 5. Well, these are what professional seconds call good cuts, because they're not closing his eyes very quickly, they're not right on the eyebrows, and these experienced cornermen can staunch it there with the adrenaline. There'll be no problem. It's just a question of how much you can take around the face. And then they're using the grease there just to stop they're only really grazes, they're not very serious. So Angelo Dundee there, the old master, who calls the shots, as they say in the American game, for Muhammad Ali, who's now graduated, as it were, from a very boisterous Cassius Clay to a very mature Muhammad Ali, who talks about the intoxication of life. So round 6 then, the halfway stage. Now I'm wondering now how Clay's corner are calling this. And see if we can just get a word from Angelo Dundee.
Yeah.
So now you can hear the
Stick,
corner
baby.
advice from Angelo.
It's going like we want it. This fella's an awkward sort of a fella. He's looking to counter him with a good left hook when he comes in leaping at him. And that's what's been hurting the fella. Guy's a very game, durable guy. I think he's going to get to him in a couple more rounds.
Thanks, Angie.
Well, there you are, straight from the horse's mouth, and that's what these trainers are saying while the action's on. He's doing a slow job now, Ali. He's obviously let the punches go in the previous round, and now he's just going to bide his time now and do a slow destruction job if he can, but the whole time he's got to watch Blin with this leaping in wild hook. He's only taken 3 counts in his career, Jurgen Blin. I'm wondering whether now he's falling or whether he hurt him. It's really hard to tell with this fellow. It looked a good body punch to me, the same sort of punch that Carl Mildenberger hurt Ali with in Frankfurt back in '66. And no matter what year it is, they do hurt. So there's a minute to go in this round. And it looks to me as though in trouble. He seems to be blowing a bit. He'll probably come out in the 7th round and do his dancing act again. But oh, he's almost caught up in the rope trick there. That's a dangerous one. And if you do not hear the commentator in a minute, it's because Blin has fallen on me. Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea, say some. Gong there, a giant-sized thing, rather like that they bang for the pantomimes for the entry of the Demon King. We've had all sorts of pantomimes at the weigh-in today. The bit about Swiss precision went wrong, and we had to have 3 sets of scales in before we could finally weigh these 2 heavyweights, and they finished up on the home bathroom scales. And just to repeat that, we think they weighed 15 stone 10 here, Ali against 14 stone 2 Blin. They are just working away the swellings a little bit there. The fellow on the outside of the rope is the German manager, and the man inside is the Dutchman. And there's news from the Clay corner, or the Ali corner, that they think their man's genuinely tired. So round 7 then, and we're wondering now, is it really true? Is he falling to pieces a bit? This fellow Ali has set such high standards that anything shorter than that always looks as though he's going back a long way. But if Blin really throws one out of the blue, it will probably be the biggest upset since Custer and Sitting Bull. To me, he's putting those punches together well now, and I think it will suit Ali if he can take Blin out. He can do without the extra road work in this fight. And he really is bouncing back, full marks to the German. But of course, inevitably walks into the right-hand punch, and the right eye is pretty badly damaged below there. It really is swelling up now. 2 minutes left of this round, and Blin stumbling a little bit. Ali breaking him up very slowly. Will he go down and stay down for the first time? No, he won't. He's pulling himself together, really calling on every ounce of courage. Oh, and the speed of that left hook. Ali having a little difficulty understanding the referee there. He's got to stop this. He's broken him up. He's giving him a mandatory 8 count. He slumped on his knees there, just like a stricken fool. Jurgen Blin, he really felt the effect of those punches and soaked them up. But I don't think his heart can do it. It's all over. It's all over in round 7, and they're really throwing things into the ring here. It was a great finish by Muhammad Ali. He looked to me as though he was genuinely worried. But the sign of a great fighter, he had to pull it out when needed, and in fact he did. And we're just waiting now for the official verdict in case anybody at home doesn't quite believe us. And eventually, if we can get in through this stampede that's taking place in the ring, I'll try and have a word with Muhammad Ali. Mohammed, keep him off of him. All right, let him keep him off. Mohammed, I apologise for all this that's going on here. If you spare us a second or two, they're really going crazy, your fans. I'm sorry about this noise, but you know what you are. You create this pandemonium everywhere you go. Would you like to speak to the British viewers?
Well, I'm glad that although America thought that the fight wasn't fit to be shown, we saw all the people in London, the Americans out there see that the American audience was wrong and saying it wasn't worth it because it was a good fight. He wasn't a pushover, he was a tough fighter. And also, I hope to come to Britain someday soon to fight this Macmillan. Linden, he's with my brother. He made a cocky remark in New York about he's going to whip both of Ali's. And I was like, my brother, words have I been defeated? I know my brother can't whip him, but I'll be to London and I'll whip him. You got Jack Solomons to go on and promote it because I want to come to London in my last days to show the people that I'm still the best.
And I agree with you. Thank you very much, Mohammed.
See this crowd?
Yes.
These people know I'm the king of boxing. They know I'm the best. And I want everybody out there in London to tune in because I'll be there live in living color soon.
Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Mohammed.
Glad to see you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. like you have never seen in your life. It really is fantastic. And I tell you, we need danger money commentators getting up there with this mad rush. But what can you do when you're dealing with the greatest? There's a punch-up in the ring as well now, an amateur one. These supporters are getting very excited, a little overexcited. It's the whole of the mixed crowd here. There's a great deal of Ali supporters. Well, I'm still managing to catch my breath here. And with me, I'm pleased to say good night to you from the pandemonium at the ringside in Zurich.